Hello everybody. So today's practice we are going to work into the shoulders, the neck and a bit into the wrists. It's going to be floor based, so pop a mat down if you've got one, or a blanket on the floor, or if it's a nice soft carpet you might be alright. So we're going to start in a seated position, and it might be a good idea to pop a block or a cushion, something like this, underneath your hips to sit yourself up. You could be kneeling as well, or legs out straight in front of you. And you could do this first bit on a chair as well if that's more comfortable. So, sitting up nice and tall wherever you are. Maybe closing your eyes down or lowering your gaze. Taking a moment to settle. And connect with a sense of your body. Feeling the sensations where your body meets the floor, or your cushion or the chair. And feeling where your hands meet your thighs or your lap, whatever's beneath them. Slowly breathe in and draw your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you breathe out, slowly relax the shoulders down. Slowly inhale again, shoulders draw up. And exhale, slowly relax them down. One more. Long breath in, draw them up. And soften them down and maybe back a little bit, opening the chest as you breathe out. Take the fingertips down by your side and slowly float the hands up, up, up. Feeling the arms as they move until you're reaching up overhead. Stretch the fingers, maybe a little wriggle. And then interlace your hands behind your head. So it's a little bit like you're sunbathing, cradling your head in your hands. And as much as feels okay for you, draw your elbows back and look slightly up. But think about lengthening through the spine. Imagine you've got a string on the middle of your chest and it's gently drawing you upwards. Take a big breath in. And as you slowly breathe out, start to look forwards, drawing your elbows in, and then look forwards and down. So stretching into the back of the neck, and be careful with how much weight you put into the hands. See how it feels on your neck. You can completely kind of put all the weight of your hands in if that feels good, or you can just keep it off a little bit. Always doing what feels right for you. On your next inhale, come back to that first position, opening the elbows and looking up, a little back bend. Exhale, roll forwards, elbows in. And repeat that a few more times, moving with your breath. In as you open, and out as you roll forwards. Couple more times with that movement. Noticing the sensations as you move. especially around the shoulders and neck. Then come up so that the elbows are open, but you just looked forwards this time. And then drop your right elbow down to the side and your left elbow up. So it's like we're in a little side stretch over to the right. Stretching into the left side ribs, and take some deep breaths into the left side ribs. And then come up to center and over to the other side. So left elbow down, right elbow up. And some big breaths into the right ribs. And then come up to center. And I'd like you to imagine that you've got a pen or a paintbrush on the end of your nose. I'm going to draw circles with the nose. And then I'm going to try and coordinate those opening of the elbows as you look up, and closing the elbows as you look down. Inhale as you look up, exhale down. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look exactly like this. Just finding good stretch into the upper body, into your neck. Feeling the movement with your breath. And then reverse the other way, so go in the other direction. And then come back to center and reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in and slowly float your hands back down by your side as you breathe. Just take a moment to notice how your neck and shoulders feel now. Feeling them rather than kind of judging what you find as good or bad. Being curious. And then we're going to roll over onto hands and knees, or get there however is best for you. So if your knees are sore in this tabletop position, it's good to either pad them with a blanket or roll over your mat, and bring your hands underneath, so your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees hip width distance apart, and start to drop your belly, open your chest, breathe in for cow pose, and as you breathe out around the spine for a cat. Come back to neutral, so between cat and cow, and I want you to turn your fingers outwards. So it might be here that you stay, or you might see how it feels to get your fingertips facing your knees, but no pressure if that doesn't feel right or it's not available. Stay with fingers out to the side. Wherever you are, start rocking either forwards and back, side to side, maybe little circles. And we're kind of aiming to feel a stretch into our wrists and the forearms. You might even come so far back so it comes, you lift the palms and you can feel that stretch into the middle of the palms. A little explore. Being very gentle if you've had any wrist injuries. And then we're going to now flip the right hand over onto the back of the hand with the fingertips facing towards the knee. And don't worry if the hand doesn't get all the way down. We're just going to very gently see how it feels to put a bit of weight on that right wrist. Just rocking over and back. Ooh. This is very strong for most people, so go gentle if that's true for you. And then we're going to flip the right hand back over and flip the left. And then see how it feels, just gently rocking. You might not even need to put any weight onto the wrist. Always trusting your own intuition. And then flip the left hand back round, turn the fingers back the right way, and come to either sitting back on your heels, or you can come up onto your shins if sitting on your heels isn't comfy, and just give your wrists a little bit of a shake. So this could be pretty vigorous if that feels good, or it could be very gentle wrist rolls. And then imagine that you've got water on your fingers and you're flicking it off. I used to do that in my friends' faces when we were at school, just to be annoying. Oh, okay, come back onto hands and knees. Got one more move for you today. So bring your left hand into the middle of the mat underneath your face and reach your right hand up into the air. So look up towards the hand if that feels okay. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, thread the right hand underneath the body, hover the arm, and then reach up again. Really big breath in. And then thread as you breathe out. Reach up as you inhale. Thread as you inhale, exhale, and this time, see if you can rest down on the arm. Now this can be a little bit challenging, but it doesn't matter. If the head doesn't want to come to the floor, no worries. You might need to move your knees back a little bit or have a little jiggle, but if we can, try to rest your head on the floor. So we're resting on the arm, and then use the left hand to gently push away, and you might feel a bit of a stretch in between the shoulder blades, or maybe somewhere else for you. And then press into the left hand and reach the right hand up again. Big breath in and bring the right hand down onto the mat. Swap over to the other side, right hand into the middle of your mat and reach the left hand up. Breathe in. Float the hand underneath the body, hovering the arm. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread, hover the arm one more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thread. This time, see if you can rest down on the arm and rest the head if you can. You might need to kind of readjust where your knees are. Or you could always put a pillow underneath your head too. And with the right fingertips Gently push away. Little wriggles might help you to find some tight spots. And then press into the right hand, come back up to hands and knees. I'm going to come to lay down on our backs for a few minutes, or if you can, 5-10 minutes. There's no limit to how long you can lay down in Shavasana. And if it's not comfortable to lay down on your back, especially the lower back, step your feet onto the floor, take the feet wide and let your knees knot together. And you can take your hands down by your side, palms faced up. Close your eyes if that feels okay, or you can just fix your gaze on a spot on the ceiling. Noticing any sensations in your body. Really feeling them, tingles, pulses, temperature. Air on your skin. Maybe noticing the movement of your breath, the belly or the chest. Back of the throat or the nostrils. You can either stay here a bit longer or take a big stretch. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side and roll over onto one side. And gently push yourself up. And you can carry on with the rest of your day. Thank you very much, guys. Namaste.